Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to the Blood Moon Coven in Stellaris. Now, in this episode, we are going to be, well, hopefully putting down our separatist rebellion. Though, I am really starting to think that it's going to be impossible for us to keep these guys happy, and I strongly suspect, crazy strongly suspect, that it is because they are on a world where they can't inhabit it. Tarlac has been secured after an extensive search of the seabed on the 3D Scorpions, which is so vast actually has an ocean. Using a small fleet of mini submarines, it's so vast it has a mini fleet of submarines inside itself. The crew of the 3D Scorpions finally managed to corner their elusive target in their search, a live Tarlac. The shimmering creature, which defends itself by emitting faint psionic signals that produce a sense of dread in most organics. It is the depression squid from Red Dwarf. You know what? I'm actually starting to get the impression that this thing is as big as the Red Dwarf. Was brought aboard the science ship in a special water tank simulating its natural environment. Apparently the ship is its natural environment, though. The crew members of the 3D Scorpions that came into direct contact with the Tarlac will need extensive therapy, but the mission has been a success. Well done, you. Well done, you indeed. Facing off against a depression squid is no easy task. We need the next one of these species that we've got to track down. That was already being researched. What are you? Oh, actually pretty close then. Let's get over there, 3D Scorpion, so I can find out how big you are again. I think it's a cross between the Red Dwarf and a TARDIS, basically. That's the only possible explanation. Now, Salsa Secundus, happiness plus... We've got all these things that are increasing happiness. And that is, from what I understand, the main way of keeping people from getting out of line. But... happiness 28.5, 58.5. Ethics, xenophobe, spiritualist, whereas this one has... it's got fanatic, militarist, okay. I really feel that the reason why they cannot be happy is because they can't inhabit this place. So the way I envisioned it would be that for a small population of Dapplings put on this world, they'd have... like domes and basic places they could live built. There'd be infrastructure in place to keep them alive and, you know, allowing them to move around. And I thought, oh, maybe they're a little bit outraged just because they're on a planet where it's not ideal for them. They were living on their home world before, but that'll pass over time. But it just doesn't seem to be moving, and I strongly suspect that's why this faction exists, and there will be nothing I can do to help with that. I did have a little bit of experience with this on the stream on Saturday, so thankfully it has given me a little bit more understanding of the way this works, but I'm not entirely certain about this particular aspect, but it's my best guess. So, with that in mind, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't resettle anyone there, and Midna isn't even ready for resettlement yet. What we could do instead... how much influence have we got? We haven't got that much, but I'm going to try and resettle. I'm going to swap you around. That's going to cost me 68. You... well then, 137. We can afford it, and we can't afford that. So we need 205. No, we'll go ahead and we'll move those across now. And that's hopefully going to drastically improve this.
Construction complete.
I don't know. We'll see. It's apparently minus 12. So with only one person there, they're coming back now to the... oh no, there's still 3 people in that faction. Oh, of course, yeah, because the 2 that we've just moved, they're still part of the faction. But now they're like, no, actually... We're pretty happy. Now things have gone better for us. I think we're going to leave the faction. And the last guy said, no! Don't abandon me, brothers! Ah, you miserable insects! Which is, you know, almost true.
Hostile fleet detected.
We will move the other, don't worry. I'm not going to be meeting to the Dapplings. I was just trying to get some administrators over there, but apparently that is a very bad move. Very bad move. Right, okay, let's speed up time and see how things play out. We're going to slowly see this faction just gradually dropping down. We have got a couple of people who can look around and do things. That being said, I would actually like the... see... Separatist strikes are ruining this place right now, and there's nothing we can do about that specifically. If I'm going to have you moving back, then a large chunk of this planet's labor force is going to have to be free. Certainly, you are going to have to be free in order to work these facilities. That's just the way it's going to have to be on that one. Can I swap you around? It doesn't make any difference, but sure, I'm going to emancipate you. I'll emancipate you at least. It's not going to do me a great deal of benefit because they're barely able to work these, but they're unhappy. We'll let it pass a little bit. There we go. We're starting to get at least a little bit more research coming in. You know, it's a small thing, but it'll do for the time being. Over here, this is power here. So I would like a power hub. What was here naturally? Power. That's research. That's power. This one was research, research, research. This one was food, power, minerals, minerals and power, food. Well, honestly, I don't... As much as I do really need energy, I don't want to have to release you from your slavery. So I'm going to build a hydroponics farm there, where you can at least do some good and work on the farms like a good little slave. Maybe one day, if you've been a particularly good little slave, we'll let you house our egg sacs for a bit. It's the kind of thing we can offer.
Complete.
Snerian secured. Snerians are large, burrowing creatures that live beneath the dunes of the vast equatorial deserts of Azithoth. When these predators sense movement in the sand above, they immediately raise dozens of tall spikes from their backs in the hopes of impaling something edible. Finding a suitable specimen proved difficult at first, until hundreds of tracked, remote-controlled drones were dispatched across the desert in random directions. This led to the discovery and procurement of an unusually large specimen that had grown more than 100 spikes on its back. Ah, it was great. Before then, we just couldn't go down onto the desert deck of the Azithoth because people kept dying. But now we've got rid of this giant behemoth of spikes. We can go down there and, you know, just chill out on the sand. Just, you know, it feels like Aavak, really. That's why we had the desert deck installed on the Azithoth. It was like an away day without having to go away. Trade deal offer. Ooh. Various circumstances beyond our control have led us no choice but to come to you with this generous trade proposal. Star charts in exchange for star charts. Yeah, alright, I'll take it. Let's see. Ooh, that's actually quite a lot you've given us over there. We probably gave you a little bit more, but still, I appreciate it. I like it, in fact. Right, we need a new specimen. Are we... Oh. Are we not looking at that one? Is there another one here? Well, that research project has already been done.
Hostile fleet
I have no
detected.
idea why that's sending me there again. Oh no, it has got a tick. Never mind. It looks a bit odd. This entry is currently tracked on the map. Okay, stop tracking. Stop tracking this one as well. I'm already there researching it. Where's this one? Right, it's down here. Okay. Azithoth, head down here. I want to find out what other kinds of decks I had installed on you. Ah, it's going to be grand. Right. Got rivalry ended and hostile fleets present. It's just going to be the gas grazers. Go ahead and smack these around. Now, if I hadn't attacked them, I suspect that they wouldn't be causing hostile fleet notifications all the time. Oh dear. Who died? Leader died! Blackson, no! Our most expert exploration scientist. Oh, the Azithoth will be deeply, deeply upset by this. deeply upset. And so am I. Okay, we need a new scientist then. Expertise, field manipulation. Or biology. No, actually, rocketry would probably be a very nice one to have, because we have got a lot of things that require rocketry. Okay, Tatiana, you shall become Velociraptor. There you go. And you are now in command of the Azithoth. One of the most awesome science vessels that we have ever had the pleasure of having in our empire. I hope you will treat it well.
Special project complete.
Goulanthus are large, flat herbivores that have evolved internal gas pockets, enabling them to hover a few centimeters above the ground. They move about in herds consisting of a few dozen animals, grazing on the moss and lichen that can be found on the wind-swept plains of the 3D scorpions. I know that I should not be finding this joke funny anymore, but I can't help but find it funny when it has such a lovely description of this, vastness of a spaceship's internal cavity. They are ruthlessly hunted by the whatever's apex predators. See, this is the problem. There are string errors in the various descriptions and things. And that, again, that's like the only issue I've had with the game so far. I've not had any kind of crash, but some of the sentences just don't make sense. And our biologists on the 3D Scorpions estimate that only a few hundred Goulantha herds remain. One of these, consisting of 9 animals, has been successfully collected and will be brought back to Aavak's Prime, where hopefully the apex predator will also be slain, so that the other herds can roam the vastness of our ship in peace. Right, construction complete. Finally. Good. How's it going down here? Are we going to have any sort of debris?
Colony established.
No. Colony established. Hooray, Midna! Oh, it's fantastic. In the Twilight system has been established. I'm very, very happy. What do we need here? Could be good to have some extra food. So let's go ahead and build hydroponics farm over there. And that population can grow up onto the hydroponics farm. Hydroponics farm will be built a lot faster than anything else. How's this world doing? Well, we wanted to get at least one more population before I stop having it as a land of opportunity. How's Aavak doing? No, reasonably well, actually. I wouldn't mind having these upgraded. I don't have any science labs upgraded. That's annoying. Okay. We can have a look into that in the future. I would like to clear this for now. You know what? I think it's probably time that we start work on a second fleet. We could even possibly start work on some large ships. I know a couple of you have been saying, why hasn't he made any destroyers yet? Well, I just like to tease. Actually, first 46 months. We're going to wait for the new wormhole generators to come online before we actually design the new ship. For now. We're not in any particular threat right now, and we're doing alright. We're already one ship over our limit anyway, so we're being above the odds for it as it stands. We need probably... How about a frontier outpost down there? Capture all of these systems. I think that would actually be quite nice. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Just as soon... Well, actually, do we not have enough? Can we not make a frontier outpost? Oh, that, of course. Right, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and check out this. It's got a tiny bit of attraction now. Tiny bit of attraction, but 0 consolidate support. It has a chance to gain 10% support is only 3.7 per month. We can easily manage this if we wanted to, but is there really a point to it? I'm not sure. I think we should just get you off this planet, shouldn't we? I'm sorry. I didn't quite understand the mechanics. It's my fault, not yours. Go on then. Pop on back. We'll start moving these slaves. Like, they will actually breed. So we're going to start moving slaves to other worlds in order to run our mines and our various other things. and generally keep our production levels up on our primary worlds. But go ahead and resettle these population. There we go. That should bring this. There we go. It's like minus 59. Yeah, we're not going to have any separatists shortly. Okay. Well, it's good that we now understand how all of this works. Right. You're not doing too badly. I would very much like a spaceport. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to build. Yeah, we're going to build a spaceport here. We're going to do the same on Midna. We'll have 3 spaceports. It's going to be costly to get all that done, but I think it will be worth us doing.
Research complete.
We'll also upgrade to a level 3 spaceport here. Right, research. We have increased our border range enormously. Oh, that's fantastic. Reduces the seed planet and seed frontier outpost war demands. Okay. Now, what can we have a look at next? Leader lifespan plus 10 years. And extra food on every colony. I think that would be great because, you know, it sucks that we're losing our leaders at around age 75. Really sucks. Now, has that brought anything new under our control? Yes, it has. Fantastic. Alien, where are you right now? Where did I put you? Okay, you go ahead. And I would like you to start building mining stations. We'll go for the economy first, then we'll build up. Damn. Almost. Very nearly got that. Okay, well, on Celsus Secundus, I'm going to go ahead and have a look at you. No, your happiness is not terrible. You know, it's genuinely not that bad. We're going to emancipate you. Go on. Stop being so mopey. We'll keep a fair amount. See, that is a massive increase. That's actually a really, really good increase. Emancipate and emancipate. That's giving us an extra 2 on each of them. Oh dear, someone just died. An embassy established. Right, diplomatic communication from the Athabian state. We aim to establish an embassy on Athanbia for the future betterment of the Athabian Coven diplomacy. See, I imagine they're trying to say that they're trying to put an embassy on our world. Not inviting us to put an embassy on theirs. Who did we lose? Oh no! Archprophet Maximus Romanov has died at age 76. We never built your tomb. No, now we can't. You're going to be tombless. This is terrible. No! Santiago's great mausoleum has been put out. I should have built that long before I did. Ah, poop. Oh well. High Priestess Miranda Salazar is the new heir to the Empire. I wish there was a way to rename these people. What do you do? There's absolutely no way for me to do that. I can reform the government, apparently. Oh, that's interesting. No, I think this is a good way of going with it, honestly. We're going to stick with this government. We could reform it. I didn't realize that was an option. But we're not going to make the same mistake. No. We are going to build your grand mausoleum soon. It's very expensive to do, mind you. Santiago I Grand Mausoleum. That is a shame that we missed out on being able to get our awesome mausoleum. Because we could have had Midna and Greater Isaric with their mausoleums that way if we'd really wanted to. How's everything going over here? Happiness minus 15. Well, you're just going to have to live with that, I'm afraid. Happiness plus 10. It's almost, you know, countering it. How's this going? Still minus 61. We're going to be good. We will be fine. Right, well, let's have a look. Okay. We are going to want to get a couple more things built down here. Go ahead and build the research stations. Where's our science ship? It is currently working there. 3D Scorpions, we need a new location for you. Go to. I would like you to... 3D Scorpions. Research this project for me. There we go. And that'll be that whole quest line complete. Wonder what we'll get from it. As for you, I think... No, we need a little bit more. We're lacking 43. And if we build the mausoleum, we will lack that even more so. But let's check out what you're good at. Frontier outpost cost is down by 15%. That's actually pretty cool. And colony ship build and colony development speeds are improved. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I approve of that. Really do need to get this spread out a little bit more. Frankly, it's not really good enough yet. Right, there we go. Wormhole generation rate is plus 25%, so it's faster for us to jump into a wormhole, and the range has been increased by half. That is fantastic. We can now leap almost all the way to one of the other planets over there. Oh, this is giving us a lot of stuff that we can look into now. New research, please. There's a bunch of stuff down here that we can look into. Colony development speed increased even further if we would really want it, or additional research alternatives. You know what? I would actually like to be able to start specializing our research into the physics lab. As for this, slave army. An actual slave army, or slave processing facility. This large and imposing facility is used to process slave labor and extinguish any trace of free will. A slave processing facility is required for the creation of slave armies. And slave armies, slave soldiers who serve their masters on the battlefield. Most are conscripted by force, but many slave volunteer in a desperate attempt to increase their food rations or escape from grueling labor. I need a drink of coffee. Give me a second. It is delicious as it is evil. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go for this one. Frankly, they are lucky they're not part of the rations. Or maybe they are, and maybe they know this. Maybe that's the beauty of it all. They're basically going to war so they can eat more of their friends and loved ones and children and, you know, brothers and all of that. Oh, my lord, actually, no, I need even more coffee. My mind went too far. Dark Aavak sometimes oversteps the boundaries. Okay, let's see. At this rate, we're going to have some sort of Rashi running around in a V for Vendetta mask. V for Vendetta mask. Guy Fawkes mask. But, let's see. Wow, that is really, really become invasive. If that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Guy Fawkes. Yeah, V for Vendetta. I wonder if he'd be okay with that legacy.
Special project complete.
You know what? I'm not sure he'd be too offended by it. The Zulkor are swarming insect analogues. Well, kind of like us then. Unusual both for their large size and the fact that they are lithivores, feeding off rock and minerals in the ground. One of the shuttles belonging to 3D Scorpion sustained serious damage when it inadvertently passed through its hangar bay, which housed a large swarm and several Zulkors began feeding on its hull. The construction of the special containment facilities required to hold these creatures has already begun in the Museum of Exobiology on Aavak Prime. Are we researching the last one? Ooh. Yes, we are.
Research complete.
What have we got? We've got the large defense station. Glorious. Okay, let's pause time for a second. We could go for the railguns, or we could go for the antimatter missiles. Oh, they have got decent power. Railguns would be good against anything with shields. But we do have someone who is specifically good with rocketry, so I'm going to swap that scientist. Can I? Can't remove a leader on a research mission. Oh, drat. Okay. I think... Oh, right. Okay, they are actually researching something right now, so... Alright, well, I've got no one who works on railguns, so we're going to take railguns. And the reason we're going to go for railguns is because it will strip shields pretty good. Just because of the speed that it fires, I believe. Generally, projectile cannons, they fire fast enough, especially the autogun would be a good one for that, is that they have a special danger to shields. But that is going to be the end of this episode, I think. In the next, we're going to start work on a destroyer fleet. Now that we've got a couple of new space stations, our naval capacity is increased appropriately, and we can afford to dump a couple of destroyers into our ranks. So I hope you are going to look forward to that. As always, any feedback is warmly welcomed in the comment section below, and a like on the video lets me know that you want to see more in the future. But until then, do take care, everyone.